On.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, America. The rest of the world.
All
Is this our
millions
earliest show? Yeah, millions. Is this our earliest show, or what time's
ever.
your normal show?
Yeah, it's like 6:30. I do 6:30, so this is definitely
Something like
earlier.
this.
Yep.
What's up, Slater? What's up, Kenny?
Oh no,
Johnny
what's
Lynn.
wrong? What's wrong with Rogue?
Oh,
It's just
Kenny's already over Rogue. Oh
all
no.
already over it. Why? Because Mitchell Hooper won. Oh no,
Oh
they're
wait,
still
no,
going.
it's still
No, no,
going.
no,
I'm
they're
still
still
watching.
going. Yeah, yeah.
Thor's about to do a 1,010 pounds. Holy shit.
Is that
Hooper's looking
50?
good though.
Yeah, he smoked 975 or whatever it was, nine something.
Too much hype. I don't know, Kenny. It hasn't even started yet. We'll give it.
Ken,
We'll give it a break. Good morning,
Kenny's
Camille.
been a Debbie Downer lately. I feel like Kenny's just been upset a lot, a lot lately. He hated the workouts. Hated the workouts.
Big
Hates
rogue
Rogue.
hater. He's a
Yeah,
CrossFit loyalist.
that's right. Too many
Too many
Canadians.
Canadians. Yeah, the Canadians are taking. This could be a sign. Listen, that is one of my predictions for the CrossFit event, guys. I think Patrick Vellner is going to do better than a lot of people have got him pegged to do. Everyone's got him on his way out.
He
I think
always
he's going to
does.
podium. I got him on my
He always.
podium. I really do. Holy shit, man! Thor is massive. Look at the traps on him.
He's
If you're
so
watching,
huge.
we're watching the strongman do the deadlift ladder. Holy shit, he's gonna lift 1,000 pounds. And then we're gonna preview the events for the day. Quick little preview.
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 events today. We'll give our final picks. Any
Yep.
more information that's come out, that kind of thing. Quick little
You
tune up.
wanna let
Quick
me
little
let me
pregame
message
lobby.
my contact on the ground.
We do have a yeah, we've got an inside source on the ground. The venue looks pretty good. It looks pretty full already.
No,
I
I
can't
assume
tell if
it's gonna be
that's
full all weekend.
yeah. I don't know. It doesn't really look like there's a
He
ton of
smoked it.
seating.
He just smoked that. That
How
was
many people do you
wild.
think are sitting there? It kind of looks like a dark little inside venue. It looks nice though. Okay.
I mean, that goes
Say
up
maybe
pretty high.
let's say there's maybe like 4 or 5 thousand.
5,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it
I
looks
mean,
pretty
it
full
looks
though
like it kind of
already.
sinks down. It kind of sinks down. They're like on a platform. So it just depends on if this is like a pitch, like maybe it's I don't know, it's pretty big. It might be more than 5,000.
Like is
Anyways,
the over in Scotland is the strongman events, is that like a bigger pool than CrossFit? Is that why it's so full already? Or you think it's
no,
going to
I
be
think just
even
everyone.
more full?
I
Yeah.
think because it's Rogue, and I feel like unless we just were in Europe for the next 7 years consistently, like it's gonna look like this at every event. Like every Rogue CrossFit, kind of like whatever, like this event would be full because it's just novel, right? Like it's a lot. So I think it would just crush
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, things are bigger in Europe for CrossFit. It looks better. Yeah, more than both the semis combined. The semis weren't too hot this year. Um Johnny Young's over doing the barbell spin stream still. I don't know if he's coming over. He might. Yeah, the bingo card show was fun, Ken. Too bad you weren't there. You would have had some good some good input, I'm sure. We'll do it another time for something else. But the bingo card is cool. I like
This
it.
is
Let me.
I got a picture. I got a picture for us for to show you like kind of like further away. It looks might be bigger than that. Hold on.
You gonna pull it up right now? I was gonna pull up the bingo card. Maybe take a quick
That's
little
fine. Yeah, go
gander.
ahead. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll just sneak it in.
Um, what have we got on the docket today potentially for the
Mm,
first 3 events?
what a-
Vellner's overhead.
wall
I don't
walk?
think
Nah, he's
that's.
not gonna fail a wall
No,
walk.
we're not gonna count that. Danielle Brandon definitely
Oh
could
yeah,
throw a fit. Throws a
the back
fit.
squats, right? The back squat workouts today.
Yeah, so we could have Danielle Brand. We could have a 2 for 1 today. We could have Danielle Brandon throw a fit as
Could definitely
well as
see
be the one
Willow.
staring at the back squat bar.
Oh yeah.
Probably not likely, but that could definitely happen. We got a lot that could make an
Mm-hmm.
appearance on day one. Willow, have we seen any castle footage? Anybody? Have we seen any B roll of the castle? Johnny Young, of course, calling somebody trash. Is Braveheart? That's today. Okay, yeah. So we could get William Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
We could get bingo on day one.
That'd be sick.
Um, Emily Rolfe could get last on Braveheart. That's the
Definitely,
event with the heavy
definitely
back
Katie
squats.
laboring. Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Someone flies off the log. What are the 3 events today? Is it done? Oh, there's Katie. Oh, Katie's on screen. Katie's on screen. She's not laboring though. She's just talking.
Oh. um, yeah, we got a lot of good bingo action today. We'll keep tabs on it. Um, let's do the workouts. Couldn't even find a good graphic for the workouts. Cool. Couldn't find it on their website. But yeah, did you want to bring up your picture?
Yeah, I
That
can't. It's like
there you
that.
go.
Is he going for it?
I don't know. My
I think
stream
he's
keeps
still
getting high.
going.
Are they still deadlifting?
I think he's gonna try and pull it again. Maybe not.
Wait, I
Oh
think you're
no, he's done.
behind. They're done. I was gonna say. So there's the floor layout. What is that? That's like 100 feet from the rig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably 20-foot section rectangles. So that maybe gives us a bit of insight about the shuttle run potentially
Mm-hmm.
in
It's probably an out
event
and
2.
back, that whole thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that would be 6 lengths, 600-foot shuttle. Kind of what we thought. But yeah, venue looks nice. Got the Zeus rig, so we'll have tall rope climbs. It's dark in there. It was dark when
Yeah.
I went in 2019. It seems to be their thing. You know, it goes with the
Yeah, it does. Like they're just
black
lighting
style.
the floor. It's interesting.
Do you want to take a look at the events? Give our picks
Let's do it.
quick. So we're only 38 minutes out from the start of event 1, guys, which is quicksand, 10 rounds for time, sandbag carry, 400-meter run. If you haven't seen yet, the sandbag carry, we don't know the distance per se,
Yeah.
but it is basically, I think, 10 different kinds of sandbags. There's like the jerry bag. I think there's like a Husafeld, different weight sandbags, pretty much everything. Every sandbag they got, and you're allowed to carry it in whatever order you want. So it'll be interesting to see the strategy. What's your strategy? I'm telling you, and they've also got to wear a ruck for the first mile. That's the first 400 meters.
Is it the first 4 or the
First
first
four.
6?
I thought it was the first 4.
Okay.
First 4. So the first mile of the 2.5 mile total. So here's my strategy would be. I would wear that. Okay, you're wearing the ruck for the first four laps. I'm taking lighter, easier implements while I've got the ruck on. And then I'm taking the heaviest, toughest sandbag to finish because I think that even though it's the heaviest sandbag, even if you're gassed at the end of the workout, you can still move it, relatively the same
Okay.
pace. But if you take the heaviest, toughest one, like midway through or before the end, oh, there's Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want it? Yeah. Anyway, if you take say you take like that heaviest bag midway through or whatever, you're gonna take on that fatigue for the rest of the workout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my strategy.
Yeah, that's not I actually kind of like that. Um I think that's a pretty
Uh,
good idea. I like the a really challenging implement to finish. It really just depends on what they are, right? So, you know, I think with I forgot that they were wearing a ruck. So it's going to be hard no matter what to like create separation, and the amount of like inefficientness that would happen if you're trying to like sling a 200-pound bag with the ruck on. Like you're just not even
mm-hmm.
going to be able to get it up. So I agree. I think that's probably a good call. It's like try to be as smooth and as efficient as possible with the ruck on,
And
and then sort of, kind of like work your way with whatever feels good after that. That's probably a good idea.
yeah, and you probably maybe don't want to carry one that's like that you're gonna be bear hugging maybe with the
Hmm.
ruck on. Well, I guess maybe that's more so with a vest. Um, but actually,
I
my
don't
good
know. I
friend
think
Bryce,
with the ruck still. I mean, if the ruck, no, yeah, you want to keep it lighter for sure because it's going to be awkward. You could easily blow your back up immediately.
And actually, I think it was maybe my good friend Bryson on Savon's show who had a good idea. If you're wearing the ruck, if there is one of like the feed bags or something that you're putting
Hmm.
over your shoulders, if you could almost kind of sit it on the ruck,
Sure, have to be
might not be
sitting
a bad
pretty
idea.
high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that'll all depend on how long the sandbag carry is. I don't know. It's and where are they running? Do we know that too? Like,
I'm
I guess
assuming
I
it's
see like a
there's a
under
lot of
the
space.
venue.
There's a lot of space down there, and that might be almost 400 meters if you went all the way to the outside. But it's probably an out. Like they're probably going out. Oh, hold on. This is
John John's taking a break to eat. Okay, John, it's cool. Sounds good. Sorry, what were you gonna say? Oh, you're
so
bringing
here
up
we go.
the
Here's the so this is from the back. It looks like I know you can't see it in the screen, but I think there's a second floor. So I'm guessing this is probably closer to 8,000. I guess we could
Yeah,
look up the
that
venue.
is really big actually. Yeah.
It's
Is it
huge.
or is that just the point
I
of
mean,
view
so
there? Like
he's
it's
taking
from
a
like
picture.
wide
So
angle.
this is the lower that we're seeing. He's somewhere. I can't imagine it's just walking. It never you would never there's usually never like that means that would be inset. The whole thing would be inset. It looks like he's on the second like a second level, and then there's a level above that. And I know it's kind of close, but I feel like it probably goes back a little bit further. Well, I mean, we could also just look it up. What's the place called? Do you know?
No, I have no idea. Looks nice though. Looks
I know.
big.
I know.
Like I those aren't like stands that are in there right all the time, so I don't know if you'd get an idea. Those look like
Oh,
they're
I don't
set up
know.
for the
Is
they
oh, is
look
that
like they're
all? Is
set
that
up for
all
the
brought
kind of
in?
just looks like it kind of just looks like a
Hmm.
an empty convention center that they set up in. Anywho,
No, I think.
okay.
Oh, I didn't
Maybe
even
not.
consider that at all.
That's
Huh.
just kind of what it looks like to me,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, sure.
who knows? So anyway, that's event one. Don't know the sandbag length. 4K running. I think it's going to be another one of these running events where they throw in these other weighted implements, but more or less the best runners winning. Um, maybe I don't even and maybe not even narrowing the gap much between the best runner and maybe somebody that's better at handling those heavy implements. I don't think it's really going to matter. For that reason, I'm picking Jeff Adler in my Heat One app. I got Jeff Adler to win, Tia to win, and I'm actually going to pick Haley Adams.
I think that's a good
Second
pick. You
place.
mean on event one?
Yeah. Sup, Malo? We're 7:30 Eastern, first event, so we're 32 minutes out. We're getting fired up.
Exactly. Exactly 32 minutes. Sorry,
Countdown's
guys.
on.
My my dislike for John's food consumption live on the show means that he's not coming.
Maybe he'll be on tomorrow.
That's all right.
Malo just got an amputation. Hopefully not for himself.
Not for yourself. Yeah. All right. So
Okay,
event
so
one.
yeah,
Let's
who do
see.
you got?
Mm,
Best runner? Best runners?
yeah. I mean, not assuming Tia. I think Gabby's going to do very well. Um, I think Haley does well with this kind of implement. I don't think the ruck is going um
No.
to limit her too much. Now, as far as the guys, I think Jeff's probably the best pick. Um, I think Brent could do really well, right? Moving implements, long legs. I think he'll do well. He does really well with the ruck on too. So, um, I think those are the um,
Yeah,
those are the two.
Brent got fourth with the ruck event last year. Yeah, event one last year. Rogue Brent got fourth, and that was with
Right.
Yella Hosta and Roman in
Hmm.
second and third.
Right.
So yeah, Brent's a good pick. And then for the women, it was Tia, Gabby was second, Emily Rolfe was third, then Laura was fourth. I could see, and then we didn't
Laura
have
will do
Haley
well.
Adams
I
there.
mean, six, she'll start to fall off. Again, it depends on how heavy it is. If like it's multiple 150 plus bags, right? I think she'll do well.
Yeah. Yeah, John isn't here to defend his case, but he thinks Laura Horvath's going to be around 10th. I'm going to give her a 5th place. Pretty much where she was last year, but with Haley Adams slotted in ahead of her.
Yeah, I'm kind of around there, maybe in between. Maybe in between.
Geez, crazy morning for Malo.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Probably not a crazy
so
morning. I'm guessing it's probably pretty average.
standard.
She's an ER surgeon.
Anywho, okay. So that's event one. That is
All
event
right.
one.
Event one.
And I do like the 10 rounds for the long event versus, just whatever a
Yeah, just
4K
like
run, two and a half
just a
mile,
long
because
run. Mhm.
it'll make it easier for us to check in on paces, splits, how far ahead people are, who's making moves, that kind of thing. So, and it's better for the people watching too, right? If they're coming in,
Yep.
it makes it a lot easier to keep track of. So that's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Malo likes a 7th for Lower Horvath. Right on page with you.
I
Beautiful.
like it.
Okay. Anything else you want? Event
No,
two?
I think
You
it's good.
want to
Event
talk
2,
event two?
North Sea
Event two.
Tiger, bike, muscle up, squat, snatch, shuttle sprint. I think this is I don't think Guy gets last place because of the heavy implement, but Danny probably does for sure. We gotta do heat
Speaking of
1. Make
Guy,
sure everyone. Side note. We'll
no, go
pause
ahead.
for a second. Make sure everyone does heat 1. Download the app. Put your picks in.
I'm winning this shit this year. I'm beating John. I got second
Hell
in Rogue
yeah.
last year. I don't know who won, but I got second. I'm winning this shit.
So
North
did you
Sea
beat John
Tiger.
last year?
I did.
Oh, good. Good
On
John.
shot collar.
Just kidding.
Shot collar.
All right, I gotta
So
do it.
event 2 here with the Echo Bike, muscle ups, 8 squat snatches, 6 shuttle sprints. I think a lot of people are anticipating pretty close, not a full blown sprint, obviously, on the bike, but, especially for the men, a fast pace on the bike, unbroken muscle ups. I think it's going to be a bit slower out of the gate than a lot of people are anticipating.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
my
And I don't
prediction. I
and, and
think,
I don't think
yeah,
they're gonna go unbroken on the snatch. Sorry to interrupt you. I don't think
Yep.
they're gonna go unbroken on the muscle ups. That's gonna guys, 16 muscle ups is like 80% of most of these guys is unbroken, right? 70-ish percent, right? Coming into it
Yeah.
fatigued. I mean, assuming they have 22 to 24, which a lot of them do, are probably in the low 20s, right?
At least. But yeah, anywho, and then after a bike sprint, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not
And so
going
I
much
don't
more
think they're
beyond
going to
20.
go unbroken because I think the snatches it's it's a full snatch, it's not a power. Like you have to stabilize it. It's still 6. I don't think so. I think you're fucking wrong, John.
John Young
John's
calling
not
for
here
15 plus
John's
men.
not here to defend it. Don't pull us shit up on the screen.
Yeah, I think the pace is going to be a little slower than what a lot of people are anticipating, and just because it looks so similar that for those first two, the bike and the ring muscle ups, to the semifinal event, where it's like, okay, this is a full blown sprint, but with the 8 snatches afterwards and then the 6 shuttle sprints, like I think that you would be wise to not empty the tank too much, even before the shuttle sprints. I know people are kind of like the shuttle sprints kind of are getting this are getting viewed as like just a filler movement at the end. There's not going to be a lot of movement because like
If it's
typically
600 feet,
typically
like
with
if
like
they go
shuttles,
down
right?
and
It's hard to
back,
catch people.
if they go down and back, like if that looks like 50 feet, which it looks probably a little longer than 50 feet, to be honest. I'm gonna pull it on the screen or on my
I
screen.
think. Oh yeah,
Um,
I think it would be 100-foot length, the floor,
yeah,
but
down and back.
I think you've
Yep.
got to. I think you've got to play to your strengths, and I think there is definitely an opportunity for somebody like Ricky, who we saw his sprint at the games.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Or Guy.
he's
Guy
a
sprints.
yeah, like Guy, Ricky. Those guys are like significantly faster than There's a pretty big spread in the sprinting capability, and I think that there is an opportunity to pace this workout correctly and take a few people down on the shuttle sprint.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
we definitely will see that.
I mean, I think it's all gonna come down
Morning,
to
Natalie.
morning, Natalie. Um, Natalie, did you watch the Strong Women this morning? I know that's your shtick. I mean, it all
Shtick.
comes your shtick. That's what she does. She's a strong woman.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Cool.
uh, I mean, it all comes down to the snatches, right? Like 100%. So it it
Yeah, the
that's gonna be the
snatches,
crux. It's who can cycle them the fastest. Is it 9 or 6? I can't remember. I can't. It's kind of blurry on
squat
the screen.
snatches, it's 8,
8. Okay. I mean, that's a
8,
lot,
8, and
man.
then
That's
6
not.
shuttle sprints.
I'm telling you, I don't think they move as fast on the muscle ups. I think it's gonna burn
Morning,
them.
Leslie. Yeah, I think that's the 8 squat snatches. Yeah, is the same reason, is the reason why I think that maybe not entirely wise to rip the muscle ups unbroken. Uh, it's hard, right? Like, as
What are they
if
setting up? Oh, they're setting up the bags. Oh, here, I'm gonna pull up on the screen real quick. There's nothing on there. I'm gonna stream
sure,
it for
yeah,
a
yeah.
second.
What's up, Kev? Yeah, we'll see
So
what's
get a
going on. So
check
they're
it.
setting up the bags. So the other thing to note, I guess I didn't mention with event one quicksand, is it's going to be 2 heats. So we got 10 people going at a time. So it's not like the traditional mass start.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at
I
least
mean, it's
all the
half,
men or
half.
all.
Yeah.
Usually we see, well, yeah, either all at the CrossFit Games, all the men and women going at the same time, or at least all the
Mm-hmm.
men and then all the women. And we're going to get 2 heats of men, 2 heats of women. So that's probably pretty beneficial to be in the second heat if you can, just keep an eye on like some splits, help you pace.
It doesn't look like there's any. Oh, yes, it does. I was gonna say it doesn't look like there's any like D-ball bags, but there are. They're like in at the front. I don't know.
So
Maybe not. I don't think there is. I think they're all duffel style.
yeah, I didn't see any D-ball style. I think just like different shaped sandbags,
Maybe just one
jerry
right
bag.
there. The second one. If you look at the third, like right here, that looks like a D-ball.
Oh yeah,
You guys,
yeah,
can you
it's
see my
hard.
mouse?
Yeah, kind of. It's hard to
Yeah.
tell. it's
Mm-hmm.
it's up against the back
Over there. Yeah,
back
that's a
leggings
D-ball
there.
for sure. This one right here.
Trying to look
D-ball.
on my screen.
D-ball. That's right. D-ball. I don't know. What they're strong. They're called strongman bag, right?
So
Just one.
there's 2 of the bags. There's the drag sled from
One,
last year that you'll
two,
have to
three,
drag.
4, 5. Do you think they're going to do, is it 5 bags? Like they're going to go take them down 5 and then back 5?
1, 2, 3.
It
No,
doesn't look like there's 10 implements by any
the
means. Could
there's more than 5 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I think there's gonna be 10.
you see 7? Well, the cherry
I
cans
see
are going to
7
be
or
done at
8.
the same time.
Oh, you think so? I thought maybe they would just do one at a time.
One, God, that's so fucking awkward. That
I think they
sucks.
might be doing one at a time. Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho, yeah, that's pretty interesting. So I wonder if they've got the course set up too, so that it's not a full lap. Like you're exiting in one corner and then kind of coming in
hmm
here to do your
the
carry. That could be kind of cool.
semifinal feel was really good, right? Like how they set that up. That was like, it made the most sense for kind of runs, right? Like they'll kind of like run around, they'll pass, which is just like what they always do um at the games, right? Is like, they all kind of like they go out and then they kind of just come back to their lane.
Yeah. Yeah, looks
All
good.
right, so who's gonna win? Let's do event 2.
Event 2. Okay. So John was picking Guy. A lot of people are thinking Guy's going to do well. Obviously, best snatcher, we could say, and
I
wicked
think Justin
overhead
does really
position.
well. I think
Being a
Justin
wicked
does
overhead
well on
position.
this because I think we're going to see a lot of like overhead fatigue play a role. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah. I think
lockout
he'll
is going
be.
to be
I think he'll
tough.
be like
So
top
Justin
5 for
does good.
sure. John Young says, "Go to my story." John, get out of here. I think Guy
It's
is
not a
not going to
fucking
win this
show.
event. I think Guy is not going to win this event, and for the same reason that I was talking about, this event's going to be a little longer, a little more metabolic than what we're thinking. He's a sprinter, strong lifter, wicked overhead. I don't think he quite has the gas tank. I can see Guy being the first one to the shuttle sprints, and although he's a good runner, just fucking dragging his ass. I can see him dragging his
Mhm.
ass and dropping off like 3, 4 spots, and just not having that kick. Yeah, Jody Lynn, the first CrossFit event is at 7:30 Eastern. Coming up here soon. So I don't have Guy. Who the hell did I pick? Do you know who I actually picked? I'm pretty sure it's Down Pepper. I did. I picked Down Pepper. I got him a big boy on the bike. It's less
Nice.
relative effort for him to crank out those calories, right? Just putting the mass behind it on the bike. The muscle ups aren't as significant, and the volume of them isn't to the level that it's going to, negatively affect him too much. And then he's a big boy that can move the squat snatches pretty comfortably.
Mhm. I think it's a good
So
call.
I got Dallin, and then I still got Tia winning.
Yeah, obviously. Who else? What other female does well in this? I think Laura does really well.
Yeah, Gazan, good ring muscle ups, although
Yeah, but
shitty squat
struggles with
snatcher.
squat
It'll be
snatchers.
interesting to see because it's a tough context to show your improvement on the squat snatch
Mhm.
after an echo bike sprint and then 16 ring muscle ups.
Yep.
Tighten up the pecs for you for the overhead position.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
we'll see how she does. We'll definitely see some failed snatches from people with a lousy overhead position, much like myself.
I think Ariel does maybe better than anticipated. I know she's not great on the
Yeah.
bike, but she's good at muscle ups. She's good at muscle ups, even though she has a little chicken wing. Have you ever noticed that? Like every
Yeah.
rep. Every
Yeah.
rep is like a slight chicken wing for her. Um,
Yeah, I think the women especially are going to be pretty tame on the bike. Like it's going to be like,
oh yeah,
we're
for
expecting
sure.
this big sprint, and then you see them come out, they're like fucking
Yeah, it's definitely
65
a different
RPMs.
workout. It's a different workout for the women versus the men. I'm still leaning on Haley to do better than they're anticipated. I don't think 160 is heavy enough for her to be super slow with. Um, but
Yeah, I
we'll
think
see.
yeah, I think this event there's going to be a lot of different strategies, and it just depends on your strengths.
Mhm.
Because I can see a lot of people crushing the first three things, and then you get to the shuttle sprint. You know, when you got like a run in a workout like this, and you're just trying to recover on the run, even though it's at the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
here, like
Mhm.
at least on
Yeah,
that
like your
first length.
first.
They're
Yep.
they're not going to finish that eighth squat snatch and then get sprinting. You'll see them kind of just like start dragging their ass, and they got to take a couple lengths to catch their breath. And then
Mhm.
maybe somebody that doesn't have to do that can sprint those final six. I think there's a lot of ground to be made there. I think there's more ground to be made there than there is if you break up those ring muscle ups, right? Like you can make up 10 seconds, 10 15 seconds pretty easily, I think. Maybe 10 seconds pretty easily on these shuttle sprints if you're giving her versus somebody that's dragging
I
ass.
mean, I think you can do the same thing on the squat snatch, right? I think going unbroken on the muscle ups and taking an extra 10 seconds to start your squat snatches, right? And then an extra 3 or 4 seconds between each rep because you're nervous about your lockout and your heart rate's through the fucking roof. Um,
Oh, look at this
um,
from GSTM. There's no
oh,
room to run around the floor part of the stadium, so not
no,
underneath the
interesting.
stands is what you're saying?
They must be pulling up a air runner. That kind of stinks.
Really?
I mean,
No, they'd have the air runner out there already. They're about to start.
yeah,
There's no way they wouldn't have the air
true.
runner out.
That's true.
We'll see.
I'm
Yeah,
just
the
gonna
air
run
runner would
straight
suck.
outside. 400 meters of shuttle sprints. Um, on event one. So, I mean, I
So
definitely, I
who do you
think
got?
for the guys, I think Dallon's a good choice.
Good point, John. Thank you.
Not that, obviously for the shuttle, I understand that it's down and back. I think
It's early. It's
ASTM
early.
was talking about the actual run, like event one. Um, I don't know. I think, hmm,
Now, I gotta go back to event one because I'm staring at the screen here with the sandbags. They are carrying a sandbag every round, but I feel like I'm seeing like almost like six implements, and I was thinking, are they not carrying an implement for those first four laps with the ruck? Because I don't see 10 necessarily, but I don't see one, two. Damn, it's hard to tell.
it's hard to.
Anywho, okay, who do you got?
Let's see. I'm going Justin. I think Justin's going to do really well here. I like his full snatch. I think the lockout is going to be a bigger component. Overhead is going to be a bigger component here. People are going to be super wobbly receiving
He's
a
got
full
good muscle
snatch.
ups too. Good muscle ups.
Got good
Be
muscle ups.
interesting to see how he looks. Hopefully, not too fluffy.
He has looks
Uh,
fluffy, man. This guy's got it.
but he was always a little bit fluffy, right? Like he was never diced up. So even if he's 5 pounds heavier, he looks fat. Okay, cool. That's event two, and we'll see how that one unfolds. Should be exciting. Event three, Braveheart on the bingo card. We'll see if we got a William Wallace shout out. 8642 of a wall walk complex. That's a wall walk into a wall facing handstand push-ups and a back squat at 375 260. My view on this workout is, senior analysts in the space like John saying, the wall walk complex matters a lot more than the back squat. And I would agree, but I would phrase it like this. When we're talking about ranking people how they're going to do in this workout, are you top 10? Are you not? Are you in podium contention? First, it's like an order we got to go through. First, we got to look at the back squat. To even be, it's like your ticket to play. You've got to be able to do these back squats unbroken. You've got to be able to get, you got to be comfortable getting under that weight, maybe a little out of breath, and you've got to be able to cycle it pretty comfortably, right? You got to be able to do the back squats, and then we'll talk about what your shoulder stamina capacity is, right? You can't go the other way around, because even if you crush these wall walks, obviously crush that wall face handstand push-ups, if you're not moving the back squat quickly, under fatigue, then you're not you're not going to win the event. You're not going to be in the top. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is what I always say. CrossFit
So so
is
hold on, John. Sorry, yeah, I'll read it. John
mhm.
did 8 wall complexes yesterday, and it genuinely discouraged me from doing the whole workout. Way more tiring than people think. Yeah, for sure. I did 10
So
wall walks in a
long.
row the other day too. It fucked me up.
Eight of these wall complexes, I'm guessing probably takes 70 seconds, right? Like
Oh, I
it's
would
a
say
long time.
at least, and that's fresh. So they are
Yeah, that's
starting with that
fresh.
wall
That's
walk
cooking.
complex. So that set
Yeah,
of
and
six
that's
is going to be
cooking.
nasty. There'll be people resting, I think, on their
100%.
stomachs.
So I mean, it's just like 70 seconds of like constant time under tension, and and John's a pretty good handstand push-upper relative to the games field. I think it's going to be the crux, like you said. But this is what I always say, right? Like CrossFit at its core is a cardiovascular sport, right? But you can't play at all if you don't have the strength, right? So like, so I agree with you there, right? So like, it doesn't matter how good you are at body weight patterns. Like if you can't back squat it, you can't back squat it, right? Everyone here can do a wall walk into a handstand push up effectively. Who's got the muscular endurance, who has the local muscular stamina to make it happen and move through it. I think a lighter athlete that is able to move the back squat is going to do better here, better, more so than the bigger athlete. I think the wall walks are going to really, really eat up someone like um, Dallin and Jason. I know Jason's good at
Think
being
so? Yeah, I
overhead, but
think
I
it's
think
it's on a spectrum though, right? Like there's degrees to it. Like this is definitely, you can't be leaned too hard, too far in one direction or the other in terms
mhm,
of like you're crushing the wall walks. You got to have a good balance. You still got to be able to move the back squats pretty quickly.
yeah,
Because I think that if it is even somewhat heavy, like it's heavy for everyone, but if it gets pretty heavy for you in the set of 6 and 4, like you're having to split it up, take some time. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it unfolds and who ends up winning it. I think I've got Adler picked to win it for the reason being that he's very strong, he's not too heavy, and good shoulder stamina. I don't like yeah, like you're saying. I don't want to pick anyone that's too big that you might think is going to be the best back squatter, but
I don't think
the fatigue
I
with the
mean, yeah,
shoulder work will add up for those guys. Could be a tough
I
one
think
for
it's
Big
tough. All
Dallin.
right. Hmm.
Could be a tough one for Big Dallin, I think.
Yeah.
Even
Brent
though yeah,
too.
he'll
Brent
crush the
too,
back
I think
squat.
is going to struggle. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think this is probably if he's not too if his legs are not too fatigued and he can squat it well, right? Just depends on how much he's been squatting. What's the weight? 365?
375,
375. I mean,
260.
that's not a light squat by any means. Um, you know. So Jeff, Justin, Guy. Yeah, I think Justin's a good one here. Um,
Yeah,
I think
really good one.
Noah's okay. I think Ricky's gonna get worked pretty bad. Um,
Think so? I don't think he'll
he's
be
not.
that.
I mean, isn't handstand push-ups like his crux?
Yeah, he's not great at them. Fair
He did
enough.
terrible at Echo whatever
He
press.
does pretty solid looking overhead despite having shoulder surgery. He saw stuff a year ago, and pretty strong. His infamous back squat cycle last year. So yeah, I don't think he'll be terrible, but the deficit for Ricky. So no deficit on these like we were talking about earlier in the week. Anywho, women. Who do we think is gonna win? I'm gonna pick Tia. Who else have we got in the mix? Danny Spiegel's got the third most starts for women, or just in general. She got started 10% in Heat 1 for this event. I don't know if that's bad.
I don't
Brooke
know.
Wells could be decent. Brooke Wells could be
Brooks
really
gonna do
good.
well here. Zan's gonna do well here.
Yeah, Gazan very strong. I think Ariel could do well. It'll be interesting. I think Jason
If
Hopper
Amanda's
of the big
shoulder is
boys.
good, she'll do very well. I think she's the
I'm
dark horse.
Yeah, maybe I'm really hesitant to pick her just knowing that I feel
Yeah,
like
but I mean,
we could get
I
one of these
think
where she
like
shows up and is just like,
yeah, sure.
why'd you come kind of thing,
Yeah. But
just
it
to
could
check
also
it
be
score.
the other side too, right? I know we
Yeah,
talked about on
yeah.
our show of like being a mom and it kind of like moving moving the needle in the opposite direction, but you know, it could like have been good for her, and her shoulder could be feeling great. Um,
Yeah, I don't know if it's too much fitness for Danny Johnny. This is definitely, I think this is the least fitness event other than the max out. You know, it's a less relative muscle fiber recruitment, man. The stronger you are, she incurs less fatigue. We'll see. I think she'll get a decent finish. Guy could definitely be in the mix here. Yeah, John, I feel the same. Can't have faith in Barnhart. Guy could be in the mix. Could be a big day one for Guy. Could definitely be a big day one for Justin. I'm gonna say Justin. I'm gonna say Jeff is in the lead after day one. He keeps the lead. I'm gonna put Medeiros in second after day one. It's a really good day one for him. Other than maybe the first event, I like him. I like him. He could potentially win the next two events, 2 and 3. Tia's obviously in first. I think it's just gonna be Tia. Laura will end up in second. Oh shit, maybe not with this handstand walk event or
I think
handstand
it's
event.
5. I'm looking in here. I see a duffel. I see the D-ball or the strongman. I see 2 Jerry's. That's 3, and then I see 2 more implements. I think they're doing 5 and 5. I think they're gonna go 5 down, 5 back.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I can see that.
I mean, that's what it looks like, right? So
Yeah,
there's
it
one
does.
here. You guys can't see my mouse.
All
Okay,
right,
so we've got one here,
so that's a
2, 3, 4,
75
5.
pounder. I'm seeing one. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm definitely seeing more than 5. Look further down to the left. You can see that there's a smaller one after that first one in between.
Like this
One,
and
two,
this?
yeah, there's one in
No,
between
there's
there.
5. One here. Go to lane 4. There's a I
No,
don't
don't go
think
to
so.
lane 4, man. Go to like lane 9. You can see
Like
that there's
here?
one,
Like
two,
this?
three.
Go over here?
No, dude, no,
Am I
that's
the other
lane.
way?
Yeah, yeah,
I can't. I don't know. All the way down here?
yeah. I'm pretty sure
I
there's
think
more
there's
than 5.
6 implements on the floor. I think there's 6 with 2 jerry cans.
Okay, maybe if you count the 2 jerry cans.
I'm telling you. Not that it
Okay,
matters. It didn't matter that much.
yeah, we'll see. All right, we're mere moments out. What time is it? 7:23. We're 7 minutes out. T is
7
going to be in the
minutes out.
lead.
For sure.
John speculating Laura going to have a rough day one. I think she'll be okay. I think Gazan could be in the mix. Other than that, the women's field definitely not as deep. Like you'll see those top 4: Gabby, Tia, Laura, maybe Haley. Kind of run away with it. A good morning, Megan.
Good morning. Good morning. Um, yeah, I think so. I think you're on point. All right. Did you put in for heat 1? Is that what you
We're
were doing?
locked in. I'm
You
locked in for
picking?
Heat 1. I'm fired up to beat John this year. Big competition.
Do you want to
This
go through any of the
is
props?
yeah, we can.
Do they need to start before the first event, right? Some of
Yeah.
them
Yeah, I'm locked in.
or all
Taylor
of them?
Williamson, guys, inside or outside the top 12. She's outside the top 12 for sure.
I'm going
Uh,
inside. I'm going top
oh,
12.
okay. That's a
I
bold
have
pick.
faith in her. I like Taylor.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel like
Nah, I wouldn't say
when
it's
you
too bold.
win those online competitions, like you've got some sneakiness in there, even though they were wheelhouse stuff. You know what I mean? Like those
Yeah,
things
she'll
are
definitely.
you're going against like thousands and thousands, right? So
Yeah, she'll have a few good workouts for sure. Gabby and Laura, the gap between Gabby Magawa and Laura Horvath within 100
uh,
points of one another. I'm gonna say
ooh,
within 100.
yeah, within 100 now that the event was, we saw what the wall walk complex is within under 100.
Exactly. And
James,
maybe the most contentious one. What place ranges here will James Sprague be in? 16th plus, 11th to 15th, 6th to 10th, or top 5?
this is a tough one.
I got him 11th to 15th on the
Yeah.
basis that he just had pneumonia. I feel like he's gonna be like, fuck, my lungs didn't quite feel like I thought they would on event 1. Shut Slenderman.
All right.
We got some Brazilian representation in the house. I love my Brazilians.
Which
Come
one's
to Brazil.
the gondola? Is that the pegboard?
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, we did see
Well,
that.
any
With Thor
male
was
or
fucking nuts.
female. That's a pretty aggressive one. Male or female. I gotta go. Anyone else?
Anyone else? Yeah, that
That's
was pretty
aggressive. If it was
lopsided.
just female, I could have. It might have pulled me.
All right,
Um.
beautiful.
All right.
let's lock the hell in, guys, for a big day. We'll follow up on we'll be back tomorrow morning. It's gonna be bright and early tomorrow. I think it's like fucking 5 a.m. Eastern or something. We'll be on. We'll be repping the preview again. We will follow up on our bingo card, and preview, recap the events from the day prior. It's gonna be a big weekend. Cool. I'm fired up.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to watch.
So enjoy the events today, guys. Starts in 4 minutes.
It's always good to that's right. It's always good to have like good background watching during work time.
Oh, I'm doing nothing. I'm just watching it.
Well, yeah, I know. That's because yeah. Yes. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe. Turn the bell on. The bell this way, right here. Somewhere down here.
Where it is. Thanks, Leslie. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Lock in with the boys for the weekend. All right. Let's do it.
Cool.
Catch you guys tomorrow morning, CJ.
Yeah. What time? Early as fuck. Wait, like an hour earlier.
Tomorrow we're 5 a.m. Eastern. We're 5 a.m. Eastern. We'll be on tomorrow.
Not too bad. Later. I'm definitely going to say that from now on.
Later. Okay. See you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.